I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to a Star Wars anniversary, as everybody knows, because whenever there's some kind of anniversary, there's always merch, and when there's merch, there's Martin. So,
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Martin, you're back. You were in Florida as the thumbnail says. It's time for our Florida pickups. Well, I say our Florida pickups, it's your Florida pickups. And there's quite a bit there, isn't there? Before we get into it, if anyone hasn't already seen, Martin did a little video whilst he was out there going around Acme Comics and Toys, and yeah, there's no way that you managed to not buy anything there, is there?
no, there's absolutely no way I was getting out of that store. I mean, just talking about Acme quickly, that was something else. I've never been in anywhere like that in my life before.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of comic and book stores, a lot of toy stores, a lot of toy fairs, and nothing compared to that. And I'm pretty sure that's probably not even one of the biggest ones in America, but
Oh wow.
it was crazy the amount of toys in that store.
Yeah, no, it looked absolutely immense. And the trip in general, all good?
Yeah, really, really good. We had a really relaxing time. We met up with absolutely tons of friends out there, old friends, new friends, people that you and I have been chatting to for years now, and we've never met. Obviously, I've met Matt at Matt's collection before. We went and visited him, and and his family, and got to meet Steph and I got to meet Super John from Super Awesome Geek Show for the first time, and what a guy he is! He's so cool. We had a
Yeah.
really good day with him as well. So yeah, all in all, fantastic holiday.
Yeah, it looked a lot of fun. A lot of fun. One day I'll hopefully be joining you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Right, shall we get into it then? How much did you pick up, Martin?
Well, okay, I did pick up quite a lot, just like I did last year. I remember that last year's episode was like 28 minutes long or something ridiculous. It's not going to be quite as long this year, thankfully. But I brought a suitcase of stuff home for Steph and I that we bought. And I brought a second suitcase full of stuff I bought for other people, whether it was gifts to other people or
Yeah.
things that people asked me to get while they were out there. So I won't ruin any of
Me too.
yeah. But I won't ruin any of that because other people will probably want to do that on their channels. But I'll kick off with my first item, and as you know, there's a bit of a history behind this item. It is a piece of artwork that depicts the flashback scene from Ahsoka, where Ahsoka goes back to the Clone Wars. That the artist is Rob Kaz, and the piece is called Fog. And
Nice.
yeah, I mean,
something you've been after a while, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember showing you this, didn't I, a while back, at least 6 months ago, and I said, "Oh, I really must try and find that because I thought it was excellent."
It's very cool.
Even though she's got a yellow lightsaber in the picture when it should be blue, but we're not gonna quibble.
Let's not go into
that. Quibble. But yeah, no, I'm so happy to get that, and don't know where I'm going to put it. Just like the Padme picture I bought last year. No idea where it's going to go, but one day when I have a wall for Star Wars art, that's going to take pride of place because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, very cool. What's next?
Okay, next. I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to a Star Wars anniversary, as everybody knows, because whenever there's some kind of anniversary, there's always merch, and when there's merch, there's Martin. So it was obviously the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary while I was out there. So I picked up this really cool Revenge of the Sith poster T-shirt. And this is embroidered. It's really, really nice.
Oh, nice.
Really, really nice. Yeah. So picked that up. I also
do you tend to wear these things, or do you tend to store them away for like just sort of memorabilia purposes?
No, these sort of things I wear because it's just a T-shirt at the end of the day. I mean, I should. Yeah. People always say, people have actually said quite a lot to me, including my own wife. You never wear Star Wars T-shirts when you're doing this, and it's true.
This is why I asked the question.
Yeah. Well, I never remember to put one on, so I've got so many now. So I will try it from this point forward to try and pick a different Star Wars T-shirt for when we do these shows. But on the Revenge of the Sith chat, I also put a Revenge of the Sith mug with the poster on there as well. I do love a mug, as you know.
Yeah.
And then it was also the Empire Strikes Back's 45th anniversary. So I bought this 45th anniversary cap.
Nice.
Don't usually wear caps, but when I do, this is the sort of thing I'd probably wear. I might wear this to Echo or something in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, really chuffed with that. And I also got this 45th anniversary Empire Strikes Back limited edition magic band. Now, for those of you who
Okay.
don't know, you wear these on your wrist at Disney and Disney World, and it's your key to everything. You know, you can pay with it. It gets you into the parks, gets you into your hotel room. It does lots of interactive stuff around Galaxy's Edge and stuff like that, for example. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like, if you want to get the most out of Disney, you kind of need one of these if you're staying there. So that'll be my next trip's magic band. So yeah, they saw me coming when it came to the anniversary merch.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Dear.
Nice. That's cool. All
So
right, moving on.
next up, it was something for both of us. This is something we discussed before I went out there. So I picked us up
Yes.
both a Book of Boba Fett Droid Factory 4-pack. So yeah, got two of those.
Love that.
So obviously one will be winging its way to you at some point soon. I think possibly the
Amazing.
end of
Thank you
June.
so much. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
And yeah, so I got those there because I get a 20% pass holder discount at Disney, and it's actually cheaper at Disney than I thought it was going to be. So it's actually
Yeah.
quite a lot cheaper to buy it while I was there than order it from the Disney
Over
store.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I had it in my basket over here on the Disney Store website, and I think that was when I messaged you and said, actually, out of interest, is it cheaper for me to get it? You know, to get you to get me one, and turned out it was. So yeah.
Okay, so the next thing, this is from Galaxy's Edge, and I don't know if you know, there's Ogre's Cantina at Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
It's a cantina basically. You know, it's got a bar, you can get alcoholic drinks, and it's got a Rex, the DJ, in there. You know, the RX droid from the Star Tours ride, the original
Yeah.
Star Tours ride. Basically the story behind it is he crash landed on Batuu, and he became the DJ at this bar because he couldn't get another job. And so
Okay.
I've been there many, many times, and we've never got into the cantina, but we thought, let's make an effort to try and get in there this time. And it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. I'm absolutely annoyed that I haven't been before.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you go in there, there's all sorts of Star Wars alien Easter eggs, and they've got the IG-88 heads all around the bar.
Cool.
You know, like they do in A New Hope. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really cool. So I had a beer. I think it was a Hoth beer or something like that. And then Steph, she ordered a cocktail, and we didn't know with this cocktail. So this is actually Steph. So I'm going to show it off. Excuse the noise. With this cocktail, she got a free mug, and this is amazing. It's this Mandalorian.
Nice.
See, it's like a mug.
Yeah.
It's the Mythosaur skull.
That's cool.
And it's got Arabesh on the back, which I haven't translated yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
so,
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good quality. Really, really nice. Really nice display piece. So I might have to get one of these next time I go. There's 3 different ones you can get. So I might
Are
try
you a
one of the other
cocktail
cocktails.
drinker? Yeah.
I'm not at all. No, never touch cocktails. But I maybe get Steph to get
Make
the other
an
one, and then I'll
exception.
I'll just keep the cup. But
Yeah, that's cool.
also at Ogre's Cantina, they're renowned for these bar mats that they have, and they're all themed bar mats. So the barman said, "You didn't see me do this," and he slipped all of these bar mats into our
nice.
bag. So you know, you've got Ewok theme.
And now you've got him in trouble.
Yeah. You've got a Rancor themed one. You've got the
That's cool.
Skyhopper one, and you've got a Bantha one. You know, so I've got enough of these to, you know, because I think there's only 5, so I've got 3 sets of 5. So obviously,
wow.
if you want them, there's a set of 5 for you.
Awesome.
And then perhaps we can do the other set of 5 in a future giveaway or something.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
Yeah, because I mean, you can only get these at Galaxy's Edge, and I do believe that people sell these on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money. It's a bar mat,
Yeah,
but yeah, and the Gamorrean guard axes. How cool is that?
That's cool. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to work out all the
I was I was going
Arabesh
to say
things.
we'll have to
Yeah.
translate. Maybe we'll do an episode translating all your Arabic.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, highly recommend Ogre's Cantina. I've taken some videos and stuff, so hopefully I would have put that up in the edit by now for you to check it out. But yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, another thing for you, you requested.
Yeah.
Um, you asked me to get you 2 more sealed
Yes.
Droid Factory mystery crates.
Much appreciated.
And
Yeah.
I stood there and I did the little shake roll
Yeah.
test. So I think I've possibly got you some astromechs there, some R2s or some R4s or whatever they
We'll
were.
see, won't we?
So yeah, we'll give those to you next month. And then I don't know if you're going to unbox them or leave them packed. I don't know,
Yeah, I
but
mean, I probably will unbox them because you had the pleasure of doing it last time. It might be quite nice for me to
yeah,
do it, and I found it quite exciting.
yeah, it was quite good,
Before, so
wasn't it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So
I also
that's
picked
cool.
Keith
Thank you.
Guppy up 3 more of those as well.
Yep.
So,
But he
but
doesn't
he won't
unbox
open
his,
his.
so no.
Yeah, he won't open his.
Yeah.
The next thing I got was a really, really generous gift from Matt at Matt's Collection, and he gave me a red Kyber crystal.
Oh, nice.
And basically, these go in the Galaxy's Edge lightsabers.
Yeah.
And they also go in the what are they called, the holocrons, the Sith holocrons. And I don't have one of the holocrons, but he's got them, and he brought one out and showed me. So when you actually insert the Kyber crystal,
Yeah.
it starts to tell you, stories of the dark side and everything. And when he
Oh, cool.
started it, Palpatine started doing his Darth Plagueis the Wise speech. And I was just like, oh man, oh no, this is dangerous now. So I managed to resist buying one of the holocrons. I haven't bought one. They were
Yet.
$45, and I thought, as cool as they are, I'd probably put this in
Mm.
once or twice, and then it would sit on a
Yeah.
shelf. So I was very strong. but no, this was really, really generous gift from Matt.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
yeah, so thank you, Matt. Okay, let's get on to Acme Superstore and what I managed to pick up there.
Ooh, yes.
And it was interesting. I'll give you a little bit of a background about the shop. If you've seen the video that I put out, there was an entire aisle just dedicated to Star Wars, and it was the longest aisle I think I've ever seen. It was like a Tesco's length aisle, food
Yeah.
aisle. It was ridiculous. And a lot of the stuff in there was ridiculously overpriced, but
Okay.
a lot of the stuff in there was really reasonable. And again, I've been after one of these for absolutely ages because I bought the Jabba's throne room. I bought Jabba the Hutt. As people who've been watching our channel know, we've been buying the loose and carded Jabba's denizens so that I can one day populate and have a little diorama of Jabba's palace. But there was one thing I needed before I wanted to start doing it, and it was this. It was the Jabba's palace adventure playset.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so this sort of doesn't clip, but it sort of just adds to the side of the throne room piece. So now I've got this, and this comes with Han Solo in carbonite and reuse. So yeah, now I've got this. Work can start on my diorama. And I think I'll do a little video of me sort of starting from scratch and setting it all up, because I know Lax Sivrak has done one recently, and I know Des has got one, and Scott Whitehouse has got one, and loads of people we know have got this.
They look
diorama.
good.
Yeah. So I really, really want to do one as well. So yeah, I'll probably document that. But
yeah, the
along with
question is though, before you get on to the next bit, you've got your Han in carbonite and your reuse. They're carded figures.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Are you taking those off the card?
Oh yeah, I've already got them. So when the set originally came out, I bought I just bought the cards off eBay and didn't buy the set. Because I never thought for a minute that I would ever be interested in doing something like this. But I've kind of, as you know, I've kind of got into the idea of doing it. So yeah,
I'm just surprised. I'm surprised you wouldn't be going off for another line of those cards, of those figures.
No. I'm happy to.
Going TVC.
I've got the one. Yeah, I've got the one. So, and I want them to look as modern as possible, so that it looks, realistic. So yeah. So on your point, I picked up a load more of these, which I already have, but I will be ripping these off the card. I got a
Oh,
Lando skiff guard.
yeah,
First of all, I got a Bib Fortuna to rip off the card.
yeah.
I got a Yak face, which has already come off the card.
Hey. And left the card in pretty good condition by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think the glue must have just dried up on it
Yeah,
or something.
maybe
I
used
picked
to
up
keep
a
that for a proof card. Yeah.
yes. I mean, yeah, like you say, it's immaculate.
Mm.
I also picked up a Klaatu skiff guard, a woof, as it's called these
Yep.
days, but really it's Klaatu.
Yep.
And finally, this one isn't as newer, but there's no way if I got one of these on the vintage collection, I was opening it. So I got a slave Leia, Princess Leia,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
her chain and everything, so I can sort of have it so Jabba's holding the chain.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all from Acme
They were all
Superstore.
Acme. Yeah.
Um, and
And
yeah,
well priced.
but yeah, I mean, one or two of them was a little bit. I mean, it's dollars, so if you convert it, it's probably about
Mm.
right. But they weren't cheap bargains, but they were reasonable enough that you didn't think you were overpaying for them. So yeah, really, really chuffed. I can get
That's
cracking on
cool.
that at some
Yeah.
point soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you've definitely got to document it because we all need to see how you cope with taking them off the card, I think.
There'll be tears dripping down in front of the camera, won't there? Just a
Yeah.
couple more quick ones. We met up with our friend. Do you remember I was telling you last year when we went to Florida? We met up with our friend Kiori, who used to work at the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel for
Yeah.
Disney.
Got you the SK620
That's right.
droid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I
Yeah,
remember.
well, we've stayed really good friends with her, and we met up with her again, and she got me this awesome Star Wars comic
That's cool.
to add to
Yeah.
the collection. So that's really, really cool. And last but not least, another visit to the Lakeland Antiques Mall, which I did a video on last year.
Yeah.
And while I picked up one hell of a lot of Star Wars toys while I was in there, none of them were for me. I did pick up this, and I do love this sort of stuff. Now, this is a Return of the Jedi 1983 poster book. So basically,
Oh, okay.
it just folds out into a giant poster, and the poster is Wicket. But inside it, they've got all of the information about Jabba the Hutt's courtroom and all the characters
Yeah.
in it. So I thought that'd be quite cool in terms of when I set up the what I was the Jabba's Palace playset. There might be some info in there I can use, but
Yeah.
also I've seen these around for years and years and years, and there was many of them you could buy as poster books. And for something that's from 1983, it hasn't got a blemish on it. It's
Mm.
absolutely perfect.
I wouldn't
So
have said that was 1983 from looking at it from here.
no, you wouldn't, would
So,
you?
yeah.
But yeah,
No.
it's a very small thing, but this is one of my favorite pickups. I'm really, really happy with
Yeah.
getting that. I think it's a really quality item, and I found at the antique mall that while there was absolutely tons of Star Wars toys there, it was actually I'm going to call it ephemera. Like the paperwork
Mm.
and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I found programs and all sorts of stuff in there. That other people, wanted me to pick up, but I loved going through all of the old magazines and things that came out at the
Yeah.
time of the 70s and 80s, and there was some fantastic stuff in there for like $5, $10. It was
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, when you inevitably come out there, we'll have to go there because you'll just be that place. We walked around it 3 times. I could have walked around it 5 or 6 times. It was just
It's
nooks and
massive.
crannies. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's
really, really
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome. I better get saving now because it sounds like you could spend a lot of money out there just on these things alone.
But,
So yeah.
I mean, as I say, these things, some of the stuff in Disney is expensive. It's
Yeah.
Disney, so you tend not to buy much from Disney.
Yeah.
But outside of Disney, some of the places, they're absolute just gems out there to be picked up. Some stuff that you wouldn't be able to get in this country for a good
Yeah.
price. So yeah, highly recommend if you go
Awesome.
to Florida, don't stick to the parks. And this is something new that we've learned. Go out. and check
Yeah.
out some of the local toy places or comic book shops or antique malls. They're absolutely fantastic, absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's cool. There's plenty to be had out there by the looks of it.
Yeah,
Nice, nice. Well, that is awesome. I think we've got to also say, check out all of our other friends' channels, because Martin, you've picked up quite a bit for them as well. And
yeah.
if you want to see all of the other things, you're going to have to go to their channel. But no, that was cool. Really enjoyed that. And I really appreciate you picking up those little astromech droids for me to
No
go in
worries.
astromech corner. That's cool. Nice. Well, that's it then for this time. Like and subscribe, and catch us next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.